Guys, welcome back. We're here in Mr. Charles Hawkins' house today. This is the man that made the railroad spike and then the rasp knife that you saw the two reviews on. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a knife out of an old horseshoe today. So while this thing is getting nice and hot and toasty, the old mouth of the dragon here, I'm going to have Charles kind of give us a little bit of a tour before we get started. Then we're going to show you how we're going to make the knife out of the horseshoe. And as you well know, how we do things around here, it doesn't always go according to plan. It will morph, it'll change from start to finish. Right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure. So hang in there and we'll get you a tour and show you what we're going to be using. So that right there is going to be our big bad forge that we're going to forge this stuff in. And I'll let Charles tell you all about this forge here. So, okay, Charles, tell us what you got going on with this forge.
It's what I call my dragon. This is made out of an old grease barrel from where I work, and I've taken it and lined it. The white stuff inside is kill wool. It's like they use on the space shuttle, and the bottom is a mortise, so it's a cement that I've filled with nails and different stuff. Burners are just stuff that you can go to Lowe's or any plumbing supply place and buy. I use MIG tips for my burner tips in the bottom so I can change them out where I can go from gas to propane. The stand is just old wood that I took and made me a stand. But this thing will get up to probably close to 2,000 degrees, and you can make your metal glow orange. So it's worked out really nice for me, and it's something that anybody can make if they want to make it. It's something easy, simple. You can use propane tanks to make the same exact setup.
I've been doing a little bit of research on forges myself, and I've been looking to build my own. I've seen some guys take like the old 5-gallon metal paint buckets and build them out of that. What's too thin for metal, would you say? Would you say that'd be pushing the limit? Or?
No, that's probably all right because you're using the kill wool. Supposedly with the kill wool, you can take 1 inch of it, put it in your hand, and put a torch on it, and it won't burn. This is hot. This is warm.
Oh,
you
wow.
can actually touch it, and it will burn you if you just lay your hand on it and just keep it there. But it'll keep it cool enough that probably as long as the metal is as thick as an old grease barrel, you're probably doing fine. It's just not going to hurt anything.
So that wool's about as insulative as it gets then.
And this one I just relined. I had 1 inch of it in there. It's been in there for several years, and I've gone back and relined it, and I left the old in there, so mine actually has 2 inches in it right now.
Beautiful. And that thing's been running since I've been here, and I've been here roughly about, what, 45 minutes? So.
Yeah, I started it at about 10 o'clock, so it's been running about an hour. It'll usually last me 3 to 4 hours on 1 can of propane.
Perfect. So we don't waste all your propane. What do you say we start throwing some metal in that thing?
Hey, let's go for it, man.
All right.
These are some items that we're going to use. These are our tongs. You can get these off the internet or wherever you want to get them, and you can even make them if you have your forge. So these are what we're going to be using.
Excellent. Well, all the blacksmithing stuff I said that I've been looking into, they say to start making your own tools first.
Well, these I
Looks
bought,
a little tough, huh?
but they're well worn and well used.
But he makes knives, so we don't need to worry about making our own tools, right?
Oh, I do eventually. I will make them, but these are what I use. These two right here, I need to get me some more, but this works for me right now.
All right. Well, I guess we'll select our horseshoe and figure out how we're going to do it.
Pick out whichever one you want, and we'll be good to go. Just need to put it in the forge and let her get hot and start working on it.
All right. Let's do that. This is where we're looking to kind of get an end product with right here. Charles makes these for letter openers, so you can see it's got a really short blade here, so you can just slip it in an envelope and rip that open. But there's plenty of metal there, so we're going to make this into a good usable utility knife. So what I would like to do is take one of these horseshoes, and we're going to take that blade and make it just a little bit longer and have enough handle here you can grip and have at least probably that much good workable blade here. So these being old horseshoes, we need to find one that we can straighten out that's got plenty of metal in it left, because of course when the horse uses them, they wear that down pretty smooth. So that right there becomes his blade typically. So let's see. That one's good. Got a good thick middle in it. And it still has the nails in it. So that gives it good character. And that forge is going to burn the poo right out of that groove. Literally, burn the poo out of it. So let's use that one. We're going to toss this thing into the man oven.
You might want to use these.
Yeah, you don't stick your hand in there, you gotta have that. Where do you say we should put that in there?
Right there underneath that burner, that front burner where it's nice and orange and bright. Right there. We're gonna heat that center section there so we can spread it out.
So we're targeting the center portion then?
Yep, right there is probably fine.
Okay. So we'll let that cook. I'm gonna show you some more of the tools that we will use for this project. So for any blacksmithing kind of work, you gotta have an anvil. Tell us about your anvil.
This isn't one of the best anvils in the world, but it does what I need. I got this at Harbor Freight. I probably paid $50 for it. And then I made a stand. I had some old wood that I took and crossed it and made a stand for it, because I go out to like Fort Concho here in the city and historical areas, and I do forging and stuff. So this way I can just pick it up and take it with me. Of course, hammers, you gotta have hammers. I use just an old 5-pound shop hammer for making my railroad spikes and stuff, and then I have one for finishing, just an old ball peen hammer. But all this I make myself. It's stuff that you can make out of old 2x4s, and I run down to Harbor Freight and get you an old anvil, and hey, go to work and have a blast.
Sounds good. And slinging that thing around, maybe that'll get a little bit bigger, huh? Okay, so just old standard old vise will work for knife making, right?
This is a 4.5-inch vise. It's one that you can swivel. Of course, it won't swivel now, but I want it to. But you can normally swivel it. This one I use for twisting railroad spikes. So it's 4.5 inches. I can stick my railroad spike in here, take a big crescent and twist it. But for whatever you're using, even a bigger one if you're doing bigger things, just a good old vise.
Oh yeah, that thing's red hot now. So we're going to take that out, bring it over to the anvil, and start hammering away. 2 hands, 1 hand. So.
There you go.
Like that?
Yep.
Alright.
You can even slide it up a little more if you want. The other way.
This way?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to straighten this middle piece out, huh?
Yep. You're going to straighten it out and make the whole thing straight. Just like that. That's it. Just keep turning it and working it so you can keep straightening it. Just like that. And it's going to curve on you and stuff. Don't worry about it. We'll straighten it out at the end.
And as it cools, of course, got to reheat it so you can keep going.
When you start hearing a different sound, it makes one sound when it's hot, and as it cools, it'll make a different sound. And when it makes that little different sound, you want to stop, because you're just hammering on the cold metal. There you go. You're going to have to learn to.
Well, I feel the hammer in the forearm. I'm going to have Popeye forearms is where this is all going to come in. Okay, so what do you flip it and then start
now we
working
probably
out?
need to heat it up some more.
Okay.
You want to work with it hot, because if it starts getting cold, you're just beating on metal that's not moving. The hotter it is, the faster it'll move and the better you are. There you go, all the way back, because you got 2 burners, so that'll work.
That'll work there? All right.